let us understand first what cloud is. Then obviously you will be able to make sense out of, like, because how this is benefiting the company and why the companies are moving into this particular domain. So let us start with that. What is cloud? So if I tell you in short that what cloud is, earlier the companies used to have their own data centers. Data centers are what? Data centers are specialized areas where the company used to keep their data. Like suppose say if I draw this particular box and consider that this is my data, then the companies used to make a room which they call as data center. And then to distribute this data, to store this data, to protect this data, companies used to implement various technologies related to infrastructure. Like to distribute, they used to create network. To store, they used to have storage networks, SANs. To protect, they were using equipments like firewalls. They were using technologies like encryption. Wherever whatever data is kept, it should be in such a format that unauthorized person should not be able to read it. So that is what usually work was called as data center, wherein I was actually getting what? I was getting my network, storage, and security implemented for my data. Now, this was a huge task for the companies. Any company which was working, like you call it any domain, whether it is an FMCG or it is a banking or it is a retail industry, whichever industry you talk about, the companies were required to have a data center wherein they keep their data connected to the network, store it, keep the backups of it, secure it, so that the ultimate end users of the company who were actually supposed to use this data can access the data in a secure and a feasible manner. Now, this particular setup, wherein I am talking about the data centers, was required a lot of money to be spended at the time of beginning whenever the data center is required to be created. Okay, so that was a big concern for every company. So when we say now that whenever there is a problem there is a solution, or so that is the basic concept behind each and every invention that occurs in the market. So there was a problem in the market where companies were fed up spending money on their IT needs. So what they did is they were looking for some kind of solution which can actually sorry, let them outsource this particular burden of creating the network, storage, and security for their data. So these cloud companies that we are talking about today, they came up with a solution where they started providing these all things: network, storage, and security. So if we talk about, they have started providing the storage, the servers on which you can load your applications, the databases which can be accessed by the applications, and how they were connected to each other. So all these services were provided to the customer in such a way where everything was being maintained and managed by somebody else, and you were just accessing those resources over the internet. Just like, suppose say if I have a bulb to be lightened up in my house, I will be doing what? I just take a connection from any of the electricity service provider. The electricity service provider will send a line to my home. I will connect it at the MCB, and from there I will distribute it across all my home. And whenever and how much I use this particular electricity is the amount of bill that I need to pay. I am not worried about the background infrastructure which is required to generate the electricity, to store the electricity, and to transmit the electricity to my home. I am not at all worried about all those things. The similar concept was applied for the IT also, wherein earlier we were actually worried about how my data will be stored, how my applications will be created, on which servers will they be loaded, how they will be secured, how my data will be secured. Everything was done like an headache of a company where they used to keep the whole IT team to manage all this task. With the advent of cloud, all these tasks were outsourced. That means there is a cloud service provider, let's not name it now. So suppose say there is a service provider called XYZ. They will create the server, they will create the storage. So server will be connected to the storage, the server will be connected to the network. Only the authenticated user should be able to reach to the network. So this network was secured, and the company XYZ will take care about the backup of this storage, the high availability of all the infrastructure. That means if this server fails, then my services should be up and running from another server. If this storage fail, then I should be able to retrieve my data from the backup. If the security appliance which is actually protecting my network fails, then my network should be still protected from another security appliance which should be available for me to secure. Because at the end of the day, these all are electrical components and could face failures kind of thing. So everything like server, storage, network, backup, security, high availability was taken care by the cloud service provider XYZ company. And how I used to make advantage of it, like suppose say if I create a server in the cloud, what will I do is I will connect this server over the internet. So my server will be connected to the internet, and me sitting in my office or me sitting at my home, so whichever location you can consider it. Suppose say I am in my corporate office, so I am sitting here in my corporate office with my laptop. Over the internet I can get connected to the network of this cloud service provider, and via that I can get connected to the server, and my server is accessing the storage and the backup solutions, everything. So I was actually not doing anything, the things were being done by the cloud service providers. I use this server and I will pay monthly rent for it. So all the headache of managing, maintaining, working for the security and high availability of the infrastructure, I have pushed it to the shoulders of the cloud service provider, and I just pay a monthly bill for using this service, just like I pay monthly bill for my electricity. In a similar fashion, we are now paying monthly bill for our IT infrastructure. So that is what the cloud services is. Just like we have a meter at our home for electricity or for water, we have a meter in the cloud portal. Like if I show you that thing, so let me take you. So we can log into our AWS cloud like this. If I click on, if I go to Google and write AWS console, so I'll be able to log into my AWS account, which can be easily created by you. The accounts that people create for learning the AWS is a free tier account in which you can use certain services of AWS for certain period of time for free of cost. If you want to know how you can create a free tier account, we have already created a video, so you can go to the K21 Academy YouTube channel. Over there you will be able to get this particular link, like how to create your free tier account. Step by step guide has been created by us. You can go and subscribe to our channel K21 Academy, wherein you will be able to find this video, and apart from that we also have some other useful videos which you can see from there. So once you create this particular free tier account, you will be able to log into the account, like I am able to log into my account right now. And then on the name at the top right corner, if I go and click on the billing dashboard, I'll be able to see the meter of my IT services. See, I'm able to see that currently monthly bill of mine is this much. If I keep using the services in the same manner, I may go up to this level. And if I click on the bills, I will be even able to see what services I'm being paid, charged for. So it's just like a bill of your electricity or of your water. So in the same way, you use the services and Amazon will generate a bill for you. And the kind of services that Amazon offers are huge. It is services related to analytics, application integration, or artificial and virtual reality. You have got a blockchain, business applications, computes, you name it, and Amazon has it. I can just say it like, if you talk about satellites, Amazon is even providing you ability to create the ground stations for the satellites and for the robotics. So that much level of services are being offered by these cloud service providers to us. So we were just talking about like the portal to which I logged in was AWS. So that is what basically your cloud services are. I hope it's clear for you. What is cloud? It is actually getting your compute, storage, network, and security services with the help of internet. So everything is created by the cloud service provider, and you use it by connecting your system to the internet.
So guys, this was our expert from Team K21 Academy, and if in case you have any doubts or you want to have a deeper dive, then we have something really special for you. We have our free class on AWS Solutions Architect certification and higher paid jobs for beginners along with demo. All you have to do is just log on to k21academy.com/AWS SA02. You'll be seeing this kind of interface. Just click on book your free seat now. Then select your event date, add your name, your email address, your phone number, and click on yes, save my seat. Moving ahead, you'll be seeing this kind of interface. You just have to save that link on the extreme right and add it to your calendars. And I'll see you in the free class. Till then, keep learning.